Welcome to my first Necron 2020 Tactics video, and today we're going to discuss the Necron Ghost Arc, as I believe it is underrated. It's coming right up.
Necrons!
Nick speaking, and welcome to this video. And if you're new to the channel and you want to keep up to date with all things Necrons, then please subscribe and hit the bell button to turn on all notifications so you don't miss an upload. Okay, so it's 2020 and time for a deep dive into some of our Necron units, and today we're going to be discussing the Necron Ghost Arc. Now this video was actually inspired by a comment that I received on one of my previous videos. The comment section of my videos is very rich for tips and tricks and ideas from everyone. So yeah, if you've got any Necron tips yourself, any ideas or units that you're using that others don't seem to be using and you're having success with them, then why not let me know in the comments box below. Maybe we can turn your comment into a video in the future. So a while ago I posted a video about the chapter approved Necron point changes, and in that video I said this: as for dedicated transports, the Ghost Arc came down 25 points. So Ghost Arcs came down 25 points to 120 points. That is actually pretty good. However, unless you're taking warriors, then there's no point in really taking Ghost Arcs. I'll be saving 50 points in my warrior list, but from a competitive point of view, I really don't think you'll see warriors or Ghost Arcs on the table whatsoever. Well, maybe I was wrong, because I received a comment on that video which really made me think maybe I was wrong, maybe the Ghost Arc is underrated. Table down, read comment. Now the comment came from Ordan Keen Teague. He's a regular watcher and commenter on the channel, and he's a tournament player who plays Necrons and does very well with them, so I always pay attention to his comments. Now he said, the Ghost Arc is one of our best units now. I know you said you won't see them in competitive lists, but they are actually very viable units on their own right. I am a competitive Warhammer and Necron player, so I can spot these things pretty well, but I'm telling you, Nick, the Ghost Arc is now very viable. Now, I have been thinking about that comment for quite some time. He does list reasons why he thinks the Ghost Arc is viable, and we're going to discuss them in a second. But that comment has really got me thinking, and I think he is correct. I think we are overlooking the Ghost Arc, and I want to have a closer look at it today. Now, when you think of Ghost Arcs, you think of transports for warriors. Now, of course, we all know that the Ghost Arc should be open-topped. Warriors inside should be able to shoot out of them. I mean, just look at the model, for God's sakes. GW, sort it out. Now, putting Necron warriors aside for a minute and just looking at the Ghost Arc as a unit itself, which, to be fair, I think you have to stand back to do that, because I've not really done that. Whenever I've thought of Ghost Arcs, I've thought, well, you take a Ghost Arc if you've got warriors on the table, you take Ghost Arc to put 10 Necron warriors in to keep them safe. But actually, just looking at the Ghost Arc as a unit itself, not thinking about Necron warriors, and maybe the story is a little bit different. So let's go table down and have a closer look and talk about the Ghost Arc. Okay, so the Necron Ghost Arc. Now, when you first think about the Ghost Arc, you automatically start thinking about warriors. It can transport up to 10 warriors, and it has the repair barge special rule, allowing you to help reanimate warrior units within 3 inches of it. So yeah, you would automatically think warriors. However, we know that warriors aren't particularly good at the moment. Immortals are so much better. Warriors are cheap, yes, that is true, and I'm not saying they can't work, but they do have a few issues. One issue is that the smallest warrior units that you can take is 10, so 5 Immortals is actually cheaper than the smallest unit of warriors. Warriors only have that 4+ save, and their gun strength is only 4 rather than 5 on Immortals. And of course, Immortals can take Tesla as well. We know the problems with warriors. Even if you take a big blob of 20, there's just not enough models on the table. Your opponent, certainly in a competitive environment, will be able to kill 20 warriors a turn, no trouble at all. However, we're not here to talk about warriors, we're here to talk about Ghost Arcs. Now, the Ghost Arc is now 120 points, and that is only 10 points more expensive than a warrior unit. In actual fact, if you compare a Ghost Arc to a 10-man unit of warriors, the Ghost Arc comes out on top. Warriors only move 5 inches and the Ghost Arc moves 12 inches. It has the same save as warriors, plus it has quantum shielding. Now yes, warriors do get RP, but once the whole unit is destroyed, well, they don't get that RP bonus, and 10 warriors is the equivalent of 10 wounds, and this Ghost Arc here has 14 wounds, so more wounds, and with the chance of taking away damage totally if you roll well on your quantum shielding. On top of all that, it has the fly special rule, so movements wise the Ghost Arc is certainly a lot better. The Ghost Arc has 2 Gauss Flare arrays. These are rapid fire 5 each one. That's the same amount of shots, the same stats as 10 warriors. Now yes, the warriors are objective secured, which of course the Ghost Arc isn't. However, the Ghost Arc, we are going to use it in a different way to what we would with warriors. We're comparing it here with warriors just to highlight how much better the Ghost Arc is for only 10 points more. Actually, for only 120 points, I think there's room for 2 Ghost Arcs in our list. Just 240 points for these 2. Now imagine these on the table with your 3 Doomsday Arcs. That's 5 toughness 6 units with 14 wounds each and quantum shielding. Now my Ghost Arcs here are magnetised, so I can turn them into Doomsday Arcs if I want, but I do have some more Ghost Arcs that I need to build because I really want to try out this list. 3 Doomsday Arcs and 2 Ghost Arcs. Put these Ghost Arcs in the Mefret dynasty, turning those guns to -2 in rapid fire range. The Ghost Arcs of course will have a different role to the Doomsday Arc. We're going to position these right on the front of our deployment zone. We're going to use them like battering rams. Move them forward as far as possible. Get those 20 rapid fire shots off per vehicle. Strength 4, -2 AP. And then charge into stuff that you don't want to shoot next turn. Things like Lehman Russes, anything without the fly special rule. The plan is not to care about these Ghost Arcs. If your opponent ignores them, well, they're going to have 40 rapid fire shots coming in at strength 4 and -2 AP, and then you're going to be assaulting stuff, tying things up. If they don't ignore them and they shoot into them, well, that's great because they're not putting all of those shots into your more valuable units, the units that you do care about, your destroyers, your tomb blades, and of course your Doomsday Arcs. These Ghost Arcs could take a lot of heat off of your more important stuff. And if they do manage to destroy both of them, well, they're not really crippling your army because your army is built around these being a disposable distraction unit. Playing Ghost Arcs in this way, being more aggressive with them, not treating them as if they're troops or transports or even buffing warriors, that really frees you up with this tank. Now, of course, you could be a little bit more defensive. You may have to be more defensive depending on the army that you're facing, whether you're going first or second. Now, 2 Ghost Arcs deployed like that at the front of your deployment zone, maybe with a unit of Scarabs either side, and you're going to be producing a very big line for your opponent to get through before they can get to your more important stuff. Now, of course, be careful for multi-assault. You'll have to play it by ear depending on what your opponent has. Maybe have 1 Ghost Arc at either flank of the table depending on the mission, the deployment, etc. But for 120 points, well, the Ghost Ark does bring a lot to the table. I think it's definitely overlooked. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments box below. Now, you heard me talk about my magnetised Ghost Ark into a Doomsday Ark. I'm going to link you up to the tutorial video just there, and here is a tactical video for the Doomsday Ark. And if you're not subscribed yet, then start now and hit the Idic Beer icon. Beam me up!